Hey guys, I'm Dakota. I am an 18-year-old FTM. I'm currently a freshman at Ohio State, and this is my first video on this channel. This week's topic is binding and transition safety. I'm pretty new to being out, so I haven't had a lot of issues with transitions. I've been pretty safe about it, so I'm going to help you guys try not to hurt yourselves, because I know going a very discreet way can be very dangerous. So first off, when it comes to binding, do not use ace bandages. I know everybody's going to tell you that that's like the #1 FTM rule. It's extremely dangerous, and it can really hurt you with the compression that it gives to your ribs and your internal organs. So don't do it. I've done it. It was a very, very bad idea. I had almost no money, and I didn't want to ask my parents to buy me stuff. I realized how it can be ideal in the cost and the easiness of binding ace bandages, but don't do it. On top of that, don't get binders that are too small for your size. I know you're going to think it's going to bind you more, but it can hurt you. Binders, if you wear them too tight or too long, it can really damage you beyond what you want to fix. I mean, it's not worth it. So, like I said, no ace bandages. Don't wear a size too small. I've heard of people doubling up on them. I wouldn't recommend it. I've never done it, but I don't feel like it'd be a good idea. And also, don't wear them longer than 6 to 8 hours. Your body will get compressed for so long that it might not bounce back. So those are the binding kind of stuff. And I know it's like a lot of people emphasize the need for binders. I'm currently not even wearing a binder. I mean, you can still see a little bit through my jacket, but I'm just wearing a sports bra. And as long as you know how to distribute, you have good sports bras, and I have 3 layers on right now, you don't necessarily need one. I also have some, got one for like $15 on Amazon, so they're not all that expensive. You can pay through PayPal. There are other options. As for transition safety, I haven't dealt with it. I'm still a pre-T, but I've heard of friends who have gotten their testosterone not through a doctor, and that is very, very dangerous. I wouldn't recommend it at all. You can have your dosage too high, and believe it or not, if you have too much testosterone in your system, it can be converted to estrogen and do the exact opposite of what you're trying to do. You have to be really safe about that kind of stuff, guys. As well, you need to take your dosage, on time, the right amount. Whatever your doctor says, like, try not to get air in your needle. That can be very, very dangerous to injecting into you. I know that when I was beginning my transition last year, I was tempted to, I worked at a grocery store, and I was tempted to go buy the testosterone boosters for like bodybuilding and stuff. Don't do that. It's not the same. It says testosterone, but it's going to have unregulated effects, and you don't know how it's going to work for you. So, I mean, I know it's a pressing issue, and of all people, I really want to be on T, but it's not something you rush before finding a doctor and having them help you. They know what they're doing. They're going to monitor you to make sure you're going to be okay. And even if you have a friend who has testosterone from a doctor, don't use theirs, don't share. Just because your friend has a specific dosage doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I mean, it's unsafe. Other than that, those are the two biggest topics when it comes to transitioning, binder safety and testosterone safety. I'm sure there's many others. You need to be careful with whatever packers you buy. Certain chemicals can be very unsafe to you if you don't use baby powder if you ever buy a packer. It's been linked to, I believe, cervical cancer. So that's not something you want to deal with on top of transitioning. So definitely do your research on that. Other than that, I'm that's all I specifically know about transition safety. If you have any other questions, feel free to go ask on our Tumblr or even comment on these videos. I'm sure the other posters on this channel are gonna have more information than I did. But I'm so excited to be part of this channel now, and hopefully, as I transition, you guys can transition with me, and we can all become better men together. So hopefully I'll talk to you guys next week.